Men can't cry.
Yes, true.
There is famous dialogue, na? मर्द को दर्द नहीं
मर्द
होता
को
है.
दर्द नहीं होता. Yes.
So, who made all this? Who gave an example of such things in the when any cases comes to human rights? Our system or the format of doing work is very different. We investigate both the parties. We got many cases like that where at the end we find out that women, like, they especially they take, I'm not pointing out everyone, but there are few who make themselves victim, but we find out later that the case was different and it's opposite.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Foreman India, a non profit organization working dedicatedly for men's rights and welfare. So, do join us in this movement and show your support. Men's rights are human rights. But then, why we do not have any council or commission for men which is widely recognized? In fact, in India, we do not have a single law protecting men from any kind of harassment. So, today we will have a very crucial discussion on this very topic. Joining us today is Gitashri Konwar. She is the member of UN Human Rights Forum and the chairperson of Any Citizen Welfare Association. This discussion is going to be in English. Let's welcome Gitashri Konwar.
Hello, Gitashri ma'am, and welcome to Foreman India. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Foreman India, for inviting me.
So, firstly, I would like to ask you that when we met a few days back, what was your first reaction to know about our work? Like, just like we work mainly for the men's welfare and men's rights thing, but I know many people they are not aware of men's rights or they don't think that there is any concept like men's rights or men's welfare. So, what was your first reaction when you came to know about our work?
See, when we first met, uh, I was like, it is a good initiative because if you can see, as you told me, there are only 4 organizations that is what you call papers, which is registered. That's for rights for men, right? So it was a good thing, and I'm very glad that you all came to my office. We had a good interaction. We talked about the upcoming programs or initiatives that we are going to take. So yes, we can say that this organization is doing great things, and I'm very much happy to connect with you all.
Okay, thank you so much for your appreciation. Okay, so like we get cases from all over the country. Like because we are working pan India, we get cases from different parts of the country. Basically from UP, Delhi. These are the places where the most kind of the many crimes occur. But Northeast or Assam is a place which is often not discussed, or the cases that happens in these states or the incidents that occurred in these states, they are not much discussed in the mainstream media. So, as you are connected with UN and you are basically working with the human rights department or the bodies. So, what do you have to say about men's rights? Like, because if we say about human rights, it do not include any gender. It includes male, female, and transgenders, everybody. So when you think about men's rights, or when we talk about men's rights, like what comes to your mind first, and what do you think about men's rights, or what are the challenges you ever faced when you spoke, or when you tried to address the issues of men? Did you ever try to address the issues faced by men in Northeast, or did you get any complaints from men that they are being harassed?
See, as we are all aware, the rights for men, as you can see, like in UN also, there we have a separate body for UN women, okay, where we include all the women. But for men, we don't have any such bodies. But when we say about right to equality, it's basically right. It's equal for both more men and women. And in Northeast, we have very few cases comparatively to other states of the India. And The reason I think so is like we are not aware that we have a separate platform, or we have to speak about right for men. If you want to talk about this man's right, very few of them are interested actually. So they think they are superior, so they don't have anything extra to discuss about what is men's right, are men safe. But when we say about that, there are many cases, especially domestic violences, that are like that man is to face, but they hardly come forward to speak, because as you know they think they're the superior part, and if they speak about that, people might laugh on them, or society might laugh on them. So maybe for that reason I feel so that we have very few cases regarding any violation of human rights, especially for men.
Okay, but ma'am, being an NGO in Northeast and working on men's rights, we have been working on this field from the past 4 to 5 years. We have got many cases from Northeast, both from Upper Assam, from Lower Assam, basically from Assam, where men, they have complained that they are being harassed by their counterparts, like they are being harassed by their wives. And there are some cases where the man was severely tortured and brutally harassed, and then the cases are still going on. And it is quite shocking that people here in Northeast, they think that because this is a state where there is no concept of dowry, like the concept of dowry basically exists in the other parts of the country, but in Northeast there is no dowry. So that's why people think that this is a state, or this is a region where there is no such cases where women or wives are assaulting the husbands. But as an NGO, when we get messages from different people, there are many cases where the husbands are from the Northeast region, basically from Assam. And also there are cases where a young guy, he's a student, he's a law student, he complains that he was being implicated in a false case by a married woman. So did you not get any such cases where after investigation you come to know that the woman who filed the case, the woman was actually lying, and it was the case was something else? Did you never find any such cases, that cases turned out to be false later after the investigation was done?
See, when any cases comes to human rights, our
Hmm.
system or the format of doing work is very different. We investigate both the parties, the complainer and the culprit. As I can say that we don't go for one time of hearing. Like we listen to both the parties who give the complaint, and the parties about whom the complaints are. So yes, we got many cases like that where at the end we find out that women, like, they especially they take, I'm not pointing out everyone, but there are few who make themselves victim, but we find out later that the case was different and it's opposite. Like a man is the victim.
Okay, okay, that's really nice to hear. But one question that I have in my mind is that in this country we have women's commission because there is UN
Yeah.
women, and
Hmm.
we have different what to say, agency or commissions which basically work for the women or the children. But if we talk about human rights, as I already told, that
Hmm.
human rights cannot consider any gender, or it cannot be biased, uh, because human rights include each and every being which is alive in this earth. Then definitely human rights must also consider men's rights, because men are definitely being harassed. It's not only about the matrimonial cases, but it is also about other cases where men are being abused, men are being sexually abused, men are being assaulted, and they are being killed, etc., etc. So these are the crimes which are related to men. So being a part of the Human Rights Commission or the Human Rights Council, why do you think that there is no any department or a commission working exclusively for men?
See, when we talk about law or when we talk about any system, whenever new laws are being like made or new laws are amended, there is a story behind that or there is a awareness behind it. So when we say about women commission or child rights commission, the awareness was made. That's why a different sector was made, especially for women and child. But as you know, we lag behind the voice out of men because men think themselves they are superior and nothing can a woman do or a woman can't give harassment or a woman can't do anything to a man because they're superior. So that system or that kind of mentality is being set from generation of before generation. So when we see that new laws are coming or when we see that new laws are amended in our constitution, that's because we voice out for that or we speak out for that, we do awareness for that. But when it comes to men, I don't know why the victim themselves doesn't speak up. Suppose
Yes.
a when it comes to a woman, you can see when it comes to a woman, especially new laws or new strong rules have been made every year for the welfare of women, right? But nothing you can see for the men. Why? Because they don't voice out. Now, how a a law or how can a constitution will support someone if they doesn't know only what the men are going through? They have to voice out. So there are very few organizations like you all who really come forward. And it's really shocking to know when you told me that day that only 4 registered organizations are there who works for the rights of the men.
Yes.
So when we are
Very
in a country who have the world's largest population, in that country only, if we have only 4 numbers of registered organization who works for the right of men or right to equality for men, how can we expect from a government or a constitution that they will come forward? Because until and unless you will see the rise of the need, what is the need of the hour, on that basis the government acts, right? When we pass a new law, when we bring new laws, we bring out after some voice out or some action plans in the society. When public come forward to speak up, then we can see that amendment of the new bill or amendment now, like in Assam now, polygamy is stopped, right? Polygamy
yes.
is an offense now. Why? Because women voice out, they voice out for that. So government came to know that that is the need of the hour, that public are getting problem from this type of issues. So they made a bill for that. So same ways, until and unless you speak up or you voice out what is wrong in the society going on or some violations, then how we can expect that government or the other organization, maybe at the UNO or anyone, that they will make a separate section for that? See, when we say that we have a body for UN women, but we don't have UN men. So men are included in the right to equality or directly under human rights. We don't have separate thing for that. But whereas men also face same type of violences, same type of harassment, but cases are few. One more thing I want to add in that, the number of cases that is being registered in
Yes.
any police station for the man being a victim is very less.
Yes.
So
Yes.
the
That is
awareness
true.
is less. Awareness is less. And secondly, they don't know really where to go, where to complain, how to complain. Because
Yes.
it's not only the responsibility of a government or a court to look in these issues. Other NGOs or organizations, they have to come forward, because in a vast populated or population country, you can't expect that only the government can look and think. Why our NGOs and organizations are being made? So that we can get our free hand in to go to the depth of any society or any individual, right? So there also we lack. So that is the main cause that we don't see many cases being registered. They have to get a free platform, or they have to get a support from other organizations also. In a suppose in Assam we have 3 crore 25 or 30 lakhs population. If I talk only of Assam, leaving the rest of Northeast, only Assam if I talk. And how many activists or how many organizations are there who speak for the right to men? You won't find anyone. So there
Yes.
are many things that is lacking. We have to go more depth in that. We have to work more in that. We have to bring up new programs or awarenesses, so that man can also come forward, so that man can also feel comfortable to complain.
Yes, absolutely. Moreover, in police stations, when a man go and he tells that, I am being harassed by my girlfriend or by my wife or in-laws, in most cases we see that the police, they themselves do not register the cases, whereas it is a police's duty, it's a cop's job to register a complaint by a victim, no matter whatever his gender is. He's a trans, he's a man. Article 15 says that everybody is equal, and subsection 3 of this article 15 says that women and children ke liye, government can make special provisions. So I think there itself this thing gets divided, that one side the constitution says that everybody is equal, again, on the other side, on the other hand, the constitution says that women and children ke liye you can make uh, special provisions and rules and regulations. So I think wahi pe sari cheeze hoti hai, that is the problem, because that we are not having any particular commission like men's commission. We don't have any purush ayog which can actually cater to the needs, or to who can address the issues of men. So don't you think that the constitution itself has done this blunder? By in today's date, uh, somebody can ask me that women are vulnerable, they're weak, so that's the reason that there should be special provisions for women. But if we consider about the current times, then women are having enough laws, enough protection for them. There are different laws for women. Don't you think this thing needs to be changed now? Because now that the concepts have changed, women have been empowered enough now. Women are getting education. Government are spending lakhs and lakhs of money for free education of women, for female girl child, girl child and all. But when it comes to special benefits or provisions, it's always women who is getting that special benefits or provisions. Then when it comes to divorce and alimony, it's always the women who is getting the special provisions or benefits. Like a man, even he, if he is working or he is not working, he is jobless, or he is having elder parents to look after, still a man is being ordered to pay alimony to his educated and able-bodied wife. So don't you think this entire thing is very hypocritical or very delusional, and this needs to be changed in order to bring equality in true sense in this country?
Firstly, I think like few days back, there was a new judgment that if a woman, if she's working, then the man is not uh, forced to give any alimony or maintenance. I read somewhere. I
Yes, it's
forgot.
a high court judgment. Yes.
So somewhere I found it.
Yeah.
So as we can see that laws are meant to be changed. Law is for what?
Yes.
For the uh, benefit or for any good cause of the society. But with time, since the constitution was made, we can see many amendments were done. So in future, if such things comes forward, if men speak more about their rights, or they come forward, or they speak about what is going on with them, or they go and complain more cases in police stations or to any higher authority or any organization or NGO, keep working or voicing out for the bad things
Men's issues.
or
Yeah.
men's issues, then definitely in future I can see a big chance of these new laws to be added.
Recently, a
As I told,
National Commission for Men bill was introduced.
yeah,
Do you think this bill could be passed? Like a new bill was introduced a few days back in the upper house that termed as the National Commission for Men Bill 2025. It is just being introduced. Actually, it is not yet passed. It was just being introduced by Dr. Ashok Mittal. So, do you
hmm.
think this bill would be passed and it will become an act? Do you? What is your thought process about?
If it passes also, but to come to reality and
Hmm.
to reach the general public, it will take ages,
Yes, yes, that is true.
because it's not that only the government is responsible.
Yes,
We citizen, each and every citizen is responsible.
yes, true.
Government might
Because
introduce the
yes, yes, because I agree with this because the awareness is very less, not only among the common public, but if you're talking about men's rights, the men, they themselves, many, men, they are not aware of men's rights. And whenever I have seen this thing happening many times, that whenever a man is like crying somewhere, sitting alone and crying somewhere, then and if he tries to share his pain with his male friends, then they will just laugh it off, and then they will be just like chor kya hi ye sab discuss karna jane de and all. So maybe that is the reason that they are not able to open up. And secondly, what I've observed is that uh, uh, whenever something wrong goes with a man, there will be never, we will hardly see any protest happening in this country. Even the men, males, they don't come forward to protest or to raise their voice against whatever is happening, or whatever wrong is happening with a man. But when it is about a woman, even if the case later turns out to be false, but when it comes to the limelight, and when the news articles are published about something, about something, or about some wrong incident that is being happening with a woman, everybody will protest. The entire country will protest, and they will do candle march. But when it comes to a man, even if he is suffering like hell, and we all know that the guy is suffering and he is innocent, still there will be hardly any protest in this country. So I think there is serious lack of awareness now due to social media. I think people are coming to know about it, but it will still take a lot more time to reach each and every household. I feel so.
One more thing I want to add in this. Uh, since the generations, or we can say since the ages, we have what kind of mentality? We are being taught in the house, like a man is superior. He have to run the house. He
Yes.
can't do household things, right? He have to take responsibility of everything. He can't go and work in the kitchen. He can't sweep the house. Some basic things. So when we say all this, one thing comes in my mind, like charity begins at home. So when we are, for ages, we are in a mindset that men are superior. So it will take time, obviously, to break such mentality. Okay, and it's not impossible also. It's possible. We can break it, or we can make an awareness of that. But it will be slow. It will go step by step. And if a bill comes also, firstly, I don't know who is going to accept it, because many things are there. Even a man, he might be suffering, he might be in a depression, but he will not speak out. Because why? Because our grown up, we have been born and we have been grown up in that type of mentality that men can't cry.
Yes, true.
There is a famous dialogue, na, मर्द को दर्द नहीं
मर्द को
होता है.
दर्द नहीं होता. Yes.
So who made all this? Who gave an example of such things in the society? We ourselves.
Yes. This is a social fabric. It's been made like that,
Yes.
actually.
And whenever a situation comes, that whenever there is any incident, if we don't know the full story also, what we will say? Oh, लड़का का ही गलती है.
Yes, very true,
We
very
don't
true.
know what type of story, right? So our mindset is like that. First, we have to change our mindset to accept the bill also. First, we have to accept the bill. Then we have to change our mindset also. Then only
Yes.
we can say that this bill is good for the society and this bill is giving benefit to the man.
Yes. True.
Many things
Yes, I
are
agree
there.
with this. Yes.
Because see, it's not an it's not a small issue in a computer that you will change the motherboard, you'll say, or you will change the switch of the thing and it will be okay. It's a living thing. Human beings, it's upon the human beings, and we are talking about human rights or man's right. So it's not a small thing. I'm not saying that it's not possible, but it will take time.
Yes, it will take time,
Men
a lot
should
of time,
voice out.
actually.
Yeah, men should voice out. If God has made both man and woman equally, do men have three eyes and two noses or something like that? No, same. Only the gender is different. But feelings, emotions, everything is same, right? We don't have something like reservation for men and reservation for women. We have reservation for STSC, OBCs, like that.
No,
First, we
in
have
some
to
places
change
there are
everything.
women for women
Yeah,
nowadays.
there
New,
is.
yeah, the new quota for women has like been introduced
There is.
in
But in
jobs.
maximum thing, we don't go for categories. We don't go for categories like what caste and all, right?
Yes.
So why we differentiate that? We have to start from each and every small thing. May it be in your house, it might be a small issue, or may it be in a society, or a victim who is facing an issue that is like dependent on many things. We have to change in that immediately, on that exact moment. We have to keep changing our thoughts and all. Then in future we can see the differences or the awareness what we are talking about, right? the first the first thing when you told me like why we don't have so many things in the northeast, why we don't have so many cases or very few cases you are there of, or the cases are there, the victims are there but they don't voice out. Why? Who will bring this change? We have to bring this change.
True.
Forget about the other parts. What is going on? Just if you take Northeast only, in Northeast we have different tribes. As I told you, tribe, culture, everything is different. Like in Meghalaya, we all know the woman marries a man and brings him to the woman's house, right?
Yes. Yes.
They don't get married and go away with the man. It's the opposite of that. The woman gets married and brings the man to the house, right? So who made this? This is made by the women, like the society or the people. So same way, we need a change, we can't expect the change in 1 day or 2 day or 1 year or 2 year. It will take time, but change will come. But we have to start from ourselves first, from
Yes.
our own home,
True.
own house. Then we can expect in the society.
Yes. I do agree with the statement that people need to accept these things mentally first, and only then we can expect a change on a wider level. And awareness must be spread regarding the men's issues as well. And I feel Form India is also trying its best to spread awareness, and that's why we are also trying to collab with people like you who are connected with the Human Rights Council. And today's podcast was really insightful. And I think our audience will also like your viewpoints, because this is the first time we are collaborating with somebody who is from the Northeast. And we hope we'll be connecting soon on another podcast with a similar topic related to men's rights, human rights, and of course, feminism. So it was really nice talking to you today, and hope to see you soon again on a different episode. Thank you so much, Gitashri ma'am, and take care.
Most welcome, and I hope you all do more for the men's right, for the awareness of the men's right, because we still lack, as I told you, we are vast, but we have very few people who come forward and work for the society. Because when we say like about men's right, we don't even count them,
Yes.
but they're human. They do have emotions, they do have feelings, but they suppress. They suppress why? Because they think they are the superior. मर्द को दर्द नहीं होता है. They can't speak about their weaknesses. They can't speak about whatever they are facing in the house, because they have to think many things. And one more reason I'll tell you, I'll wind up with this. One more reason men don't come forward to go and complain in the police station or to the authorities is that They think about their family. They think about the society. They think that if they take any action, or if they go and write, or they go and do complain and all, will they get the justice? Will they get the
True.
justice? Right?
They also know they won't. Yeah.
Yeah. They have a question in their mind. Fine, we'll go and complain and all, but will I get the justice? So it's like that. So we need to speak more
Yes.
on this, so that we
Yes,
can reach
definitely.
each and every victim. We can reach more
Yes.
men, so that they can get a platform, or they will get a support, right? And they are not alone. We all are with them.
Yes.
They
Yes.
can come forward and speak to us. They can talk to us. They can tell whatever it's in their mind and all, whatever they're facing. We are there for them. So this message should go to them, that we are there for them. We all are equal. The constitution has given equal rights to everyone. Don't think that you will not get justice.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with whatever you said, that men must understand the fact that they are not alone, and they have to come out, they have to come to the front, and they have to speak up, they have to be upfront about their sufferings. Only then can we spread more awareness on such issues related to men.
So, this was all about today's discussion. If you have any queries or want to share your story, then you can definitely contact us. The details are given in the description below. Also, if you like our work and want to support us, do consider donating to our organization. The details are given in the description box below. See you in the next video. Till then, keep supporting Formen India.